Oh, where else would there be on a Friday night other than our casual game of poker?
How casual?
Oh, generally we only stake the weight of the world on it.
I don't know what the word entertain means in this context.
We're gonna play some poker.
Are you sure about that? It's not like a battle to the death fighting like minions.
What is it that I have that you would like?
It is not necessarily what only you have, Veramund. It is what all of you have. Can we just get one goal here? Just one? Because I don't think we can do 5 or 6 different goals.
And they all kind of like ceremoniously in a choir respond to that and say, destroy Erveldum. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Quinn, your GM. You're here at the Odd campaign, presumably. That's what the description of the video says, at least, and that's what I came here prepared to run. So hopefully that's what you're looking for. If you have no idea what this is, welcome, listeners. You're in for a roller coaster. We do have chronicalized. Is that the right word? Serialized. This is a serialized podcast. So a lot of things are going to happen that you have no idea what's going on if this is the first episode you're ever listening to. So please feel free to go back into our catalog. All of it is available on YouTube and or any podcast listening app that you can find. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the whole 9 yards. But for those returning, welcome! And welcome all my beautiful, lovely players. Say hi to all of our people who, for some reason, listen to us.
With those hand motions?
With those hand motions. Say
that
welcome.
They can't say hi.
We're shaking our hands near our faces.
This is a purely audio-based medium, but you can put in whatever hand gesture you want in your mind.
Basically, envision jazz hands. That's basically.
But like tiny T-Rex jazz hands. They're like really close to our chest.
Jazz hands on a slow day.
It was awkward all around. But either way.
No, positive energy, good vibes.
Okay, so hello, Foundling. My name is Emily, and I am here today playing Snow, who is the leader of the Odd Guild, alongside with her faithful wolf companion, Achia, who is the king. And then Wilson's in the background somewhere.
Hi, guys. I'm still here.
And I'm RL. I play Zana. I played Greg and dear Elias. R.I.P. Zana has her faithful companion, Alistair Crow, who is, as you could probably guess, a bird.
A crow, corvid, right?
That is a type of bird.
Right. I'm just being more specific.
Wait a second. If you're part of my mental consciousness,
Yeah, your subconscious.
does that mean you're my spirit animal?
I mean, this is what you willingly...
Man, I thought my spirit animal was going to be much cooler.
Don't girls!
What?
As an Alistair interpreter, he said, "What's wrong with crows?"
I appreciate that. I thought he was a raven, by the way. I'm so lost.
Hasn't
It's
this
been debated.
conversation happened quite a few times? I've been listening. I've been listening through the
uses
previous.
the ring to switch between a crow and a raven just to mess with people. He's like that.
Well, he is an Eidolon. Part of your imagination, you can kind of manipulate
Right.
him.
So this is solely because Zana is unsure whether it is a crow or a raven. So in her imagination, it flip-flops between the two depending on the day.
It's like one of those pictures that, depending on which way you're
Right,
looking
like
at it,
if you move it a little bit to the left or right, it's going to shimmer and it's going to become a completely different bird. One day it's just going to be like a toucan.
It's
And you're going to be wild.
Right. Very colorful.
It's going to love Fruit Loops.
Zana went on a trip one day.
Yeah. A long journey in the jungle. Don't worry.
Hello, I am Jonathan. I play the character Tama, and he has his faithful companion, Pickle Jar. You know, it might not.
Oh, no.
I was just gonna say it might not talk, but it's still a very good companion. It's always reliable. Well, pretty much always.
You're always going to get a pickle.
You're always going to get a pickle, and you're going to get something else too.
All right, so I guess we should.
Yeah, guys. So, last time on the Odd Campaign, our fearless adventurers were preparing themselves for poker night. Strike Squad felt confident and compelled to warn the nature spirits of the 15th floor of the plot to spur people against them. Our guild members, feeling confident in their abilities and having bolstered resolve to the gravity of their message, charged in headfirst, only to be stunned by the magnitude, grandeur, and scale of what stood before them. Colossal creatures of immeasurable power. Nevertheless, games commenced, though this is not your grandpa's poker night, but rather more or less a life and death game of tag. The Odd Guild did manage to impress these deity-like figures to receive minor boons, but not quite enough to earn their trust. These skeptical creatures required more of a sign of good faith before they are willing to lend an ear to the plight of our heroes. What will our guild do to earn the trust of these mighty beings? Will the games continue, more boons dished out? Or will our heroes fumble the favor that they so desperately seek to gain? Find out right now. You're listening to it. These are all the questions. Hopefully we'll have answers to a few of them. I don't know. People don't check their Discord. Petty slight aside. Let's get right into things. There's a dog underneath me. It's making a lot of noise. All of you had finished selecting and receiving a handful of both major and minor boons from a number of the nature spirits, and you had kind of put a bow on conversations, but it was still unclear about what your course and direction was and what exactly you would be doing. So, attack. Good job. You've been slain.
I thought that Snow and Wilson left go do something.
We did. We are currently on a mountain.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
In the cold.
Yep, good stuff. All good things.
Realizing that they can't teleport to the one spot.
Yeah, they can't go back to Airveldum because they already teleported there. You could walk there. It would take like a day and a half.
I remember last time also, though, like, even though we teleported there and we said we couldn't teleport anywhere else, I don't remember if we were limited on our teleport options. The days got me all confused.
So, no, yeah, you definitely cannot teleport. You specifically, at the very least, I know cannot teleport back to Airveldum because you teleported to Airveldum at least once, if not twice, potentially, in the same 24-hour rotation, and I missed that?
No.
So you're definitely no, because you teleported to use the walkie-talkie to call Stefan at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And then you left and went back home to go to bed, but came back the next day and teleported there again.
What time is it currently?
Not soon enough for it to be refreshed. You guys are significantly later in the evening. You've spent the majority of your day. You don't remember being there that long, Snow, but it seems as if time moves quicker out here than it does in there.
Interesting. Okay. Take it, Wilson. Do you remember what we're supposed to be doing? I feel like we had some brain fog here. It's been a little while.
It's really cold. It's kind of like disrupting.
Windy.
Yeah, like the wind. It's not very good.
The what?
The wind.
The what?
The wind.
Oh, I don't like that H at the end of your at the beginning of your winding.
That's just to exaggerate how windy it is. It's very windy out.
I
You
understand.
feel the wind on my breath. It's that windy.
You feel the wind on
The wind
on your breath?
from my breath. You're taking this really too far.
Wait a minute. If
You're not here. Shut up, ghost of Thomas Spirit. Stop speaking to me through a pickle.
pickle with the face talking.
Yeah. Okay. So Snow, looking at Wilson, looks out towards Airveldum if she can see it ish
Yeah,
from
you
this
can
distance.
see it from the distance.
Okay. All right. It's cold. At least we have some elemental resistance here, but
no, that's nice.
yeah, we gotta travel down the mountain. All right, Nachia, mount up, buddy. Or actually, come here.
Okay, so thought process here.
Answer. Go.
I guess getting down a mountain is a lot easier than getting up a mountain. It's also like very dangerous, and that city is very far away. Alternatively, if we just get down the mountain, we could try and catch one of the trains using the rail system.
Yeah. Okay. Train is fine. We still have to get down the mountain.
I'm sure.
Unless you want to camp up here.
No, not really. It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
It's windy. We've been over that.
Well, we can cross that bridge when we get to Airveldum. I really want to check on the body right now. I hope that it is still there and has not been devoured by wild animals.
Meanwhile, in those all still participating in poker night, both Tama, Zana, and Draken are all still present.
So what do you hope to gain out of doing another challenge? I'm just curious. I want to watch. I'll cheer you on.
Well, my goal is to get stronger, and, well, if I can complete this challenge and get something that makes me stronger, then my goal is accomplished.
You know what makes a person stronger, Tama? She puts her hand on your shoulder. She has to reach up a little bit.
Tama's really short.
He's 4'11".
Oh, I thought you were taller.
You gotta reach down.
I have been imagining Tama wrong this entire time.
Yeah, O-Reeds are a short race. They're more like dwarves.
Okay, so she puts her hand on Tama's shoulder and said, "Friendship, that's what makes you stronger." Well, anyway, good luck. And she starts walking towards Big Bird Den.
Sure. We'll do these one at a time. So, Tama, what do you do?
So Tama walks up to Melville, and he'd like to accept the challenge. So,
All right. Before we get any further along in this endeavor, I want to clarify that strength is by far the best attribute that is, possibly providable. Now, if you complete my task, I am wholly willing to give you either a major or a minor boon. However, it will replace one of your currently existing major or minor boons.
oh, okay.
So you have one major one, which is the +4 to dexterity. And then your minor one is the accessibility to heat metal.
Well, it's a good question. Well, you know what? I will take the challenge anyway, and I can always decide what to do with it later.
All right, you man after my own heart. Ambitious, adventurous, mildly indecisive.
I haven't really had to make a lot of choices. You know, usually they're all just kind of laid out for me. It's kind of weird. I'm in a group now, and it's weird.
And the center ring, which was originally lava, and it has now receded and is once again just a fairly standard etched stone circle. You see as the Galamkete kind of whisks its tail through the air, and you feel a frigid, cold blast of wind. And from this center dais begins raising up jagged, icy peaks. Though it's still overall somewhat flat, it seems like it has a barrier wall around it. I need you to roll a perception check for me.
That'd be 34 perception.
Oh, yeah. In the center of this effective ice rink, you see there is standing a large ice golem. But most noticeably, you see at the center core of the ice golem this faint glowing white light.
All right, you know how the game's played, lad. Have at it.
Well, this is still poker, right?
Absolutely. We only know how to play one game here.
Cool.
Good luck, Tama.
How far away is the ice golem?
So the ice golem is at the center of an ice rink. It's around about 200 feet away from you, but in between you and it, you're kind of on the outer edge of this platform. It's on this icy bit, and there is a wall of ice in between you and it right now.
How tall is the wall?
Wall of ice is about 15 feet tall.
Okay. Oh, well, let's see. Gotta get either over or through. Well, you know what? It is strength challenge. I'm gonna just see if I can punch through it first. Tom's just kind of talking to himself because there's no one else here. And that's what he usually does when no one else is there, because usually he's used to talking to, forest animals. So.
Mm-hmm.
Or rocks.
No, he's just forest animals.
Zana thinks you talk to rocks.
So Tama tries to punch the ice.
Go ahead, just roll damage.
All right, flurry of blows.
Roll, tell me what each attack is.
15 for the first, 13 for the second, 14, 15, 13.
Honestly, within the first 4 strikes, you managed to completely obliterate your way through. And you see that this was actually a solid foot thick of ice. It is now an opening, but it's not a large enough opening for you to step through, but you've made a hole and you can see through to the other side.
Okay, what does Tama see?
You can very clearly now see the large ice golem, and it kind of seems to be just taunting you from the center of the rink.
Is there anything else in the area?
It is a completely flat, icy plain. It's like it's an ice rink.
Why do I feel like this is a sumo match?
It could be.
You have broken away a very tiny opening into this ice. It is too small for you to fit through its current stage.
Okay, well, I guess Tama would continue to punch at it.
And you wail away for a good solid minute until eventually you have effectively made this chiseled out with your bare hands doorway in this ice where you can just walk through comfortably.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't use your newfound heat powers.
It's true. They just melted. I don't know if it would have been that much quicker.
So you now have an entrance into this ice rink, but as the ice rink is around about 200 feet in diameter, the golem is around about 100 feet away from you right now.
Well, I got through the ice. Guess I'll just walk closer. See what happens. And Tama proceeds to walk closer to the ice golem.
You find yourself approaching this golem. It doesn't seem to move, but it seems to keep its eyes very carefully trained on you. Now, as you said, you are walking slow and methodically, attempting to gain sure footing. You actually aren't even necessarily moving at half speed. You're moving at a quarter speed because this is an icy surface. It is very difficult to get sure footing on this slick and slippery terrain.
Tama continues to walk, trying to be a little bit quicker, but, not too quick so he can make sure he's still being stable across the ice.
Sure. You quicken your pace slightly, and you're moving twice as fast as you were because you're not being as methodical about it, but you are still being safe about your footing. And you begin closing the distance. The ice golem does not seem to move until you get right up to it. And you are now staring up at this frigid, icy creature. It seems to be formed entirely of glaciers. There is no skin. It is just ice, but it resembles a humanoid form, and it very clearly has a head and eyes. And from earlier, you noticed that it does have a faint white core at the center of it.
So how far away is the ice golem at this point?
You're probably about 5 feet away. It didn't move until you got right up next to it. And then it just kind of tilts its head and stares down at you.
Tama kind of cautiously tries to poke the core.
So the core is in the center of the golem. So it is encased in ice.
Okay.
It's not on the outside where it is physically accessible. It is embedded deep within, like its heart.
All right. Well, he still will try and cautiously poke towards it.
As you just poke at its chest, it doesn't seem to flinch, but it does seem to maintain very careful watch of you.
Well, the core is obviously on the inside. Oh, did get that new ability. Let me... You know what? I could try that. And Tama activates his lava ability to try and melt into the ice a little bit to try and touch it.
Okay. What is your CMD?
So it's 39 base.
How big does grapple make it?
Grapple makes it a 41.
Okay, and what about trip?
Again, a 41.
That's what I need to know. So you're activating your lava ability and you're kind of applying gentle pressure to try and push your way in. As soon as you activate this, you see that the golem's core turns red, along with its eyes. And it twists quite suddenly and actually uses the momentum that you are putting in to push forward and key throws you.
Okay.
This golem seems to get enraged and actually goes to throw you. However, as he does, you feel the change in weight. The golem does manage to throw you a good 5 feet away, but you land on your feet and you just barely slide 10 feet further.
So, how far am I away from him now?
You're around about 15 feet away.
Okay.
But you land on your feet and you didn't take any damage.
Can you, jump on the person, try and grapple them with a jump?
Because it is a large creature, I would see no problem with that. I will say it is made of ice, so it is at some advantages, but go ahead. Hit it.
Okay. So, jump first, I'm guessing,
Yep,
right?
acrobatics. It is a 15-foot standing long jump, so let me know what you get.
34.
It is hard for you to gain your footing to cause the friction to build up the necessary, resistance for you to push off against it, but you do manage to spring yourself and launch yourself up at the golem.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll grapple.
I think it's only a 25 for grapple.
So you do successfully jump and launch yourself at this golem, but as you do, you attempt to grab hold, but you find no firm surface, and your arms and body just kind of slide across the ice and then fall onto the ground on the other side of it. So you are now right next to it, but you were not able to successfully grapple it.
Okay. Does the golem do anything?
What's your AC?
AC is 29.
As you fall flat in front of the golem goes to smash its mighty fist right into your back. But as it goes to, you feel an inkling of danger, knowing that you're in an exposed position, and you kind of just roll a little bit to the left, and its fist just craters into the icy ground, and you've successfully dodged it.
Well, first it didn't go so well. Maybe I can try doing the grapple without the jump. The jump probably threw me off. Definitely wasn't just that.
You're just muttering
feeling
to
it.
yourself, and it looks
Yes.
at you very angrily.
Tama tries to grapple it again.
For the audience at home, why no?
Well, Tama rolled a 1, which means he tried to grapple, but forgot that he was on very slippery surface and just slipped out right underneath and face planted.
So yeah, you were attempting to clamber your way up as you were currently on the ground, and as you tried to stand up, you tried to grab at the creature, but you had no footing, and you fell down once again. You now feel the full force bearing down upon you. The same force which cratered into ice but moments ago now slams into your back, dealing 23 damage.
You know, I think there's a saying. It's like third time the charm or something like that. Yeah, okay. Third time. Let's go. So that is 37.
Yeah, you absolutely managed to stand up and wrap your arms around this hulking creature. You're barely able to grasp around its waist, but you still do manage to get a firm hold on it.
Okay.
Frustrated at its circumstances, this golem is still entangled by your grasp, and it kind of just bears down on you with its club-like ice arms and slams right into your side. You take another 24 damage.
All right. Well, Tama will activate his lava ability.
Sure.
And he's trying to get to that core.
Sure. Also, I do need you to make a new grapple check at the top of the round. So remember, at the top of the round, you have to continue your grapple.
30.
Yeah, absolutely.
31 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely smash it. Please roll damage.
8 fire damage and 11.
You absolutely smash your way into the chest of this creature. It is almost completely exposed, and as the heat from your fist begins to melt the ice, you actually see a viable opening to the heart of this creature. Roll a perception check for me.
18.
You take 17 damage once again. And being in close proximity, you can very clearly and obnoxiously see at the end of its turn, you see as the hole you punched in its chest begins to reform. And the ice starts to cover back up the center of its chest. It doesn't fully regenerate the damage that you have done, but it is beginning the process to do so.
Okay. I have to maintain the grapple check. Oh, it's 20. Well,
Aggressively grappled. Hyper
and then
grappled.
23.
Oh, that is a hit.
Physical is 11.
Yep.
Fire is 10.
You smash and crater a hole, melting almost the entire chest. You could fit almost your entire torso into this thing. It's not even just a fist-sized hole anymore. It's like a giant, massive, 1 foot in diameter gap. And you can see the core of this creature is completely exposed.
All right. Well, Tama will try and touch the core then.
All right.
Poke it.
With your flurry of blows, you go and you grasp at the core. And with that, all of the ice around you melts away. And you are holding this white wisp in your hand.
Oh, well done, my lad. That was a riveting game. I mean, honestly, you're incredibly proficient with this whole grappling shenanigans. It's mildly annoying, incredibly irksome, I have to be honest. I was expecting this to be slightly more challenging, but I mean, neither here nor there. I mean, Vermoon apparently built a way to challenge me.
I do have a lot of strength on me already as well.
And you know what? You can double down and you can be better at it. Imagine.
I know, but
Proficiency.
As a monk, I am
Even stronger.
I am
The fury of your fists would know no bound.
My training has taught me to balance out strength and both physical and endurance strength. So I try to keep them balanced. And
Sure.
if I take the strength, then I will have a very imbalance. If I can take a lesser boon of strength, then they would be more balanced.
All right, well, maybe you've forgotten. It's been a while. It's been all of
Yes.
like 30 minutes, right? It's
Yes.
a very long time, I understand, in human years. So look at your booty, right? All of that massive bounty. It's so ripe and luscious and voluptuous. It's a lot to grab there. You've got two massive mounds. You got.
It's getting worse.
You currently have a major boon given to you by the Fulgurorn. That's giving you a dexterity bonus. And then you have a minor boon given to you by Veramund. That's what's giving you the molten body. I don't mind replacing either of them. But if you want something from me, something would have to go.
Yes, I might have to think on this for just a minute. Do I have that?
Oh, as long as you want. I live for eternity. I don't care.
Okay, well, there's also, I heard there was another challenge that wanted to happen, so might watch that and then give you my answer.
Oh, I think that already happened on the side.
Oh, okay, well,
It wasn't nearly as interesting. Don't worry.
I will accept your lesser boon of strength, as it may be. I guess that's what it's called.
I mean, it would be the minor boon of the Galamkete. Yes.
Okay,
No.
minor.
You're going to get minor strength instead of having the flame?
So yeah, you would be
Yeah.
replacing your flame body.
Yes.
So it's not going to give you a strength increase. It's going to give you an ice-themed minor boon. In order to get strength, you would have
Yeah.
to replace your dexterity.
Yeah, I know.
So also remember, so on top of the dexterity, I believe you get access to once per day Featherfall. So Melville has very much been talking from a position of where he's at, but somewhat uncomfortably, you feel the voice as if it is being spoken right beside you. This almost seems directed specifically to you, so that no one else can hear.
Listen here, lad. I really like the cut of your jib. You got a lot of good character, right? You got a lot of fortuitousness, a lot of good aggression. I think we can channel that, do something great together. Den over there, I mean, he's a good fellow, don't get me wrong. He brought us all together for poker night, taught us how to play. He's a good guy, but I feel like you have so much more potential. More than just giving you a major boon. I'd like to make you a champion.
I've never been a champion before.
It's really not that hard. You just have to abide by the creed of strength and just, like, punch stuff. It's really easy.
Well, I do that a lot. And even though I did beat the challenge, I still would really like to help you with those nasty Qualapalooks
Absolutely.
things.
I mean, with a pair of us, I mean, we'd wipe them out in no time.
All right, I'll do it.
All right, wonderful. Ah, you hear that, 10-sucking loser? He's taking my boon over yours.
All right. I mean, I didn't think this was a competition.
Everything's a competition. It's poker night.
He gets really excited about poker night, huh?
He gets really into it. I don't understand. He's like honestly the most enthusiastic out of everyone about it. And maybe it's something about his past. I don't know. Anyways, you said you wanted to talk with me?
I believe we had been talking.
Bird brain, in one ear, out the other.
Well, let's recap our last conversation.
Yeah. Let's just bring it back. Circle round.
Zana walked toward Big Bird Dead
Mm-hmm.
as Tama was getting ready to start his challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dad.
Oh yeah.
I was just wondering if, I could hop on, climb on top so I get a better view.
On the
of,
pillar.
No, on top of your head, like when we
I'm
rode here.
on the pillar.
I know.
So you'd have to be on top of me on the pillar.
Yeah, it's a great view from out there.
No,
isn't
it really is. Okay, I see a lot.
I know. I mean,
great.
if I stay down here, I'm not going to be able to get as good of a view. So I was wondering if I could climb up there. With you?
Climbing might be a little here.
No. No need. Vamonos.
You'd have to pull out your car. Your carpet's not out right now.
Yeah, that's what Vamonos does. Vamonos pulls it out of my bag of holding.
I thought you said Vominos was the keyword to make it go places.
Yes, and it is going out of my bag of holding.
Before you're rustling through, but before you are even capable of doing that, you actually feel a gust of wind, very gently, begin lifting you.
Oh, whoa. Oh, I'm not used to this without a carpet under me.
And you feel as if you're almost levitating, gently raising. There's nothing underneath you except wind, which begins to slowly lift you up and sets you down on his pillar. But when you get to the top there, you don't see a big bird. Instead, you see Den.
Oh.
And he's got a little picnic spread. It's got some fish, some cheeses.
No.
You know, I offered to show you my homeland. This is kind of like a part of my homeland. So like, it's kind of like a day. You can watch the show.
And dinner and a show?
Yeah. I've got grapes, some berries, elderberries, raspberries, blueberries.
You know what?
Fish, lots of fish, cheeses.
I know. You like... Zana sits down. All right. She sighs. Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
I'd like to... She pets for him to sit down, too. He's just...
Oh, no. Yeah, I'll see it.
There's something been meaning to pick your brain about.
Oh, sure. Yeah, anytime. Feel free.
I was just reminded that, you're like this all-powerful... Not all-powerful, but like
pretty powerful. Yeah, pretty up there. Honestly, in the grand scheme of things.
And I was just wondering why we had to ride on my carpet for hours when we first came up here. You remember that?
Oh,
Big Bird?
Well, yeah.
You can fly on your own?
No, 100%.
Was there a reason why you just wanted to sit on the carpet?
It was
just
very
alone
quaint.
for hours?
Well, when you're
You didn't have any ulterior motives?
Well, absolutely. I wanted to enjoy the company of the individual I was with.
I want to sense motive.
Sure, absolutely.
11.
Even the most oblivious of fools could tell that he is an incredibly genuine individual, and his ulterior motive was getting to be closer with you and to spend more time with you.
You didn't think it would be cool to like turn into your bird form?
Well, okay, listen.
Or were you trying to keep that on the DL? Like
well, a little bit. Yeah.
Know?
Well, okay, listen. Some individuals might have had suspicions, but I pride myself in being a very closed book, right? Like no one knows the inner amalgamations of my mind.
You seem pretty open book to me, bud.
No. Closed book. Like, no, honestly, no one else has figured it out, right?
Well, you left your diary on the stand, and it's anybody can open that closed book.
Can they, or did I just open it up for you?
So you got berries?
Oh, all kinds of berries. Like I said, elderberries, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries. Oh, he just punched a hole in that wall. That was kind of exciting.
Oh, ow.
Yeah. My fists would hurt.
Her head. That would, oh my God.
I've seen him in it. Can't he just jump
like
over that? I could have sworn like 15 feet's nothing to him. Like, he could have just jumped over.
Yeah, is he muttering to himself?
No. Yeah, definitely. I can hear it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been alone for a while. He needs some, friends. Like, I honestly wish he could,
honestly,
just mingle with everybody.
Melville too. Melville needs some friends. Like, it's not pretty.
Oh, shade on Melville.
No, like, seriously, it's genuine drama. It's close book. No, don't.
I do enjoy literature from time to time.
No, this water's very refreshing. Ice cold.
Melville, get this imported? Get this Melville imported?
Yeah, no, straight. Yep, straight from the glaciers, from the sea. But glaciers, it's been purified. It's not salty at all.
I mean, you could also have had, your eagles guide me on my carpet,
You seem to know where you were going.
I had a vague idea.
We're going on an adventure. It's about the journey, not the destination.
You're the adventuring type?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've traveled all over the place. I offer to show you around at any time. A lot of beautiful scenery out there. Lots of nice places. Not all this hubbub. It's quiet. It's quaint.
Well, you're great, Dad.
Oh, thank you.
But I do want to let you know, we might not have a lot more time together.
Are you ill?
No.
Are you dying? Are you...
I think that very soon something big is going to happen. And it might very well change, how things work around here. And I may or may not be here anymore. I don't know if I'll survive or if I'll live. And honestly, you're great. You're such a genuine person.
I thought I was a closed book. I really need to take notes. Like, this is all shrouded in vagueness and mystery. So you're saying that there is a big event that's going to change things?
Well, that's kind of why we came here. You know that Araveldum is kind of set a bounty on your guys' head? I'm hoping.
They've always kind of had the no one takes it serious. Like we smite. We just actually, I genuinely straight up just smite people.
Here's the thing, Dan. We're pretty sure that Araveldum is kind of the centerpiece. What is the word? The crescendo of where things are at. I don't know if I'm using the right words. You know, it's like the epicenter of what's going on. You know?
Okay. Yeah. I'm following.
We're trying, maybe, perhaps, to destroy certain parts.
Oh, I
like
mean,
maybe
we're
specific
all on board
establishments
with
that have certain devices in them, because it'll be beneficial for the entirety of everyone who lives here in this realm, area, place.
Well, that's good. I'm down. I always like smiting them.
Yeah.
I haven't done it recent. I've been very busy.
An organized hit, like.
Okay. Well, I mean, you've always had my vote.
I know, but I'm worried that might not be enough. There's multiple locations we have to hit at one time.
Okay.
So
well,
our goal here was not only to warn you guys, was also to hopefully get your help, which is where you might come.
Okay, yeah. No,
I was
I'm
wondering
here.
if you could tell me, or maybe like back me up with the other.
They were fairly frank about what you could like. It's kind of like a quid
but like we
pro
can complete
quo.
their challenge to earn their boons, but we need to earn
their trust. No, and again, I think I heard Melville say something like this. Like 30 minutes is a really long time in human span, so I don't know if you forgot the conversation that was had. A number of them did mention things you could do for them, like a quid pro quo, like you scratch our backs and we'll scratch yours. So
we don't have that type of time.
Honestly, like a lot of these things aren't very long or involved. Like
what did Snake Lady want?
Wanted you to stop getting them to stop dumping chemicals in the swamp.
If we do this first, all of those other problems can go away super easily.
All right. Well, okay, listen. I'm fine advocating for you. Likewise, Sella, 100%. Well, she's like 65% on board. Like she's leaning towards on board. She likes you guys. She's been watching. You have 2 to 6, so that's about a third, right? If you managed to complete Siren's quest, which is the one where she's asking you to get physical documentation and proof about your claims, not only would that 100% persuade Siren, so you would have 50% of the nature spirits right then and there, but then that is definitive proof which you can show the other 2 that would go a very long way. In that way, you wouldn't have to be jumping around from quest to quest to quest. You just bring something tangible.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. What is definitive proof? What would that look like?
A message, a correspondence, some form of writing, a memo, or if you could bring like an eyewitness, any like outside of your it's. I do understand it's hard, but I feel like that would be the way to go about things.
We almost had a captive, like somebody who knew information, but they may or
that
not
would be really good.
Went on the sewer slide, and now we can't cut.
Well, yeah, I hear there's all kinds of chemicals in there. They probably died.
I mean, we could do the thing where we raise the dead and ask it questions, but that always creeps me out if we're being quite honest.
Wait. That sounds disgusting, but absolutely repulsive. That's kind of like not within the natural order of things. I have full trust that you will be able to figure out a way. Your guild has constantly impressed me. You healed a Nuke's Farouk, you traveled around and discovered a lot of this realm, and you found the multiple, what Melville was telling me, you've kind of discovered at least another alternate route out to a different realm. Like, you guys are phenomenal. I'm sure if your guild works together and stretches their resources and connections, you'll be able to find something.
Yeah, that's why we have Draken. Wait, Draken, where is he?
He's over there with Syrian.
Can I, perception?
Yeah, you can go ahead, roll a perception check.
20.
It's actually immensely difficult to see what's going on over there, as the Gallum Kete is associated with ice, and he has spawned an entire ice rink for Tama to do combat in. Siren, the Owl of Wisdom, is associated with shadow and darkness. So off to the side, you see that there's an entire arena cloaked in shadow and darkness, and you can very faintly spot out Draken in there. But it doesn't seem as if he's in any sort of combative nature. He seems to be wandering around.
Huh.
Oh, no, she's probably got him doing puzzles.
Oh, that's kind of funny. So what is your challenge like?
Oh,
I mean, obviously not the climbing the mountain one, the poker night one. Well, the guy had
really easy. You just got to catch a bolt of lightning.
a bolt of lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have those?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have like a little lightning sprite, like Sprite over here, but in lightning?
Oh, I mean, I guess I could summon a thunder elemental.
No. This isn't an elemental.
Yeah,
It's a little
no,
sprite.
it absolutely. Yeah, well, it's.
She's just a little ever-burning sprite, aren't you?
What do you think sprites are? They're like elementals, just like smaller variations of them.
I thought they were close to like berries on fire.
Sure, but
like,
they're tied to like the elemental plane of existence or all of that reality.
I've summoned elementals before.
Yeah.
I mean, I summoned fire elementals like a couple minutes ago, and none of them were as cute as Sprite.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Rome has a soft spot for like adorable little chibi things. I don't know.
She is kind of cute.
So yeah, well, all right. Oh, and he just. I grabbed the core. Good on him. All right, well, now Melville's going to be all loud and talky, but I better let him. So yeah, I definitely, if you just want to take Sirian's quest line, come back on that. Chew on that for a bit. Honestly, like, if you poke around, the city's incredibly well organized. They keep very thorough documentation of everything. You just have to be able to get access to the right places. I can't imagine that you're not going to be able to find some paper trail.
Oh, yeah, we do have a man on the inside. Yeah, we can get on that, actually.
Oh!
I messaged Snow.
Makes things super quick. Meanwhile, out in the wilderness, you have successfully climbed down the entire mountain as it has been hours of time.
I hate everything about this.
Why? It's pretty good.
It's so cold.
No, it is real. Yeah, I mean,
I love the cold, but I hate the cold. All at once.
A little bit of a
That time of the month, you know.
controversy there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like all the heat, which should be in. Yeah, actually, that's great. Thanks.
Yeah, I always keep those in case of emergency.
So so he's buried. Why did we not bring a shovel?
Oh, it snowed a lot. No, he's like 2 feet under. Wait, are we sure we're in the right place? Like, where is he?
God dang it! Where the hell is the tree? Nachia.
Like, this is the general area.
Is there an upside down tree nearby?
There absolutely is an upside down tree nearby, and you see Nachia run over to it and start digging, and he digs out around the body.
Why didn't we just start with this in the first place?
Start out with what? This is what we started out with.
Well, then why did he give up? Oh, it's the fish. The chest is over there. Why did I leave so much stuff in the winter?
Yo, you do really just, like, abandon things in this general vicinity of the wilderness.
I'm sorry. It's not... Well, it is my fault, but it's not my fault.
Well, it's just the direct recourse of your action. Well,
okay?
We have been busy.
We've been really busy, back and forth. Okay, all right. I get a message from them, from there.
Yeah.
I open up my UI.
You get a message from Donna.
Snow.
Is it a current message, or is this...
Yeah, no, they're...
Okay,
So
it is current
because
messaging.
it took you guys hours to climb down the mountain.
Okay.
Unless there was anything else you wanted to do before you got the message.
I was going to just say we start heading towards Araveldum after we dig up...
What do you want to do with the body?
Well, you know...
So you dig up the body, and now you're staring at this dead body in the ground that you've just freshly dug up after it was very neatly buried by like 2 feet of fresh snow. What would you like to do?
Well, I was supposed to meet Stefan here the next day. Has it been time? How much time has passed? All right, hold on. Let me just check and make sure there's nothing in the back of his neck still. Snow would then just quickly look over the body to make sure there wasn't anything she missed, just being meticulous about it.
As you do your nurse's due diligence, you notice that you didn't inherently miss anything except he is missing his back right molar.
Like freshly missing?
No. It seems as if it's been missing for a while.
Could I tell how long a while is? Like, has it...
Years.
Is it... Okay, so
it's not anything that's happened anytime recently.
Was there anything in its place?
There isn't anything there now.
Does it look like there's a cavity there or something? Like an abscess?
So the only thing out of the ordinary that you see is that it appears as if his back right lower molar is hollowed out.
Oh God, I hate teeth. honestly, I doubt there's really anything left to show Stefan at this point. I was hoping for more solid evidence. And, well, you know what? I have a feeling we're going to be in the same boat if we try to take someone else. Great. Okay, Wilson, let's just rebury this guy. Okay.
Why'd we
Don't worry about it. All right.
We just spent
Wilson,
10 minutes.
we got enough information from this. Essentially, what this means is...
What new information did we get?
Well, poison caps, obviously, but the next time we have somebody want to capture, remove their teeth first, and she just...
That sounds a little extreme.
You'd have to be very careful to remove the tooth without just breaking the
capsule, right?
Like, here, don't worry. Let me just remove this. Oh, sorry.
I guess you're dead. And you get a message.
What is it now? And she just opens up the UI menu. Message.
Snow, I have been gathering intel, and I believe our best course of action is to get evidence from Stefan. He can probably find something of a paper trail that this snag
So,
as our proof. She puts proof in quotation marks.
so that thing that I said that I was going to go and trying to do,
Yeah, it was
that thing that we had discussed earlier, like many
wondering-
hours ago.
Oh, hours? Question mark.
Yeah, it's only been like maybe 45 minutes for you guys.
We've been here for like 6 hours walking down the mountain.
Snow is taking forever to respond sometimes.
No, it's actually happening almost instantaneously for you.
Oh, is it?
Because her time moves, more time passes for her, less time passes for you.
But the times are coinciding.
So it's like
regardless.
you send a message and then you instantly receive something.
Interesting.
Like milliseconds, like no delay.
Got you. Never mind. Snow is being really quick on her responses for some reason this time.
Does that mean it would take longer for me to get responses?
Yes, it's like 5 to 10 minutes in between each message.
Okay, so she gets
Luckily, you
annoyed.
just
So I
walk.
start walking. God,
You just start sending like 10 messages in between each one. Like, why aren't you answering? I need to know the end. Like, what is
no,
going
no,
on?
no, no, no. It's definitely the part of, you mean that thing that I literally said I was going to go and do. That thing we were talking about. ...
I was,
Oh, so the silent treatment now.
I was wondering what... Geez, she is messaging me fast. I was wondering what your situation update was on. On that. What is the update?
We are walking in the snow. We have no way to teleport to Ereveldum currently.
LMAO. I forgot you used your teleport earlier. LMAO.
So did
crying,
you.
laughing face. No, I didn't.
Yes,
I
you
stayed
did.
on the mountain.
No,
No, you did
all
not.
teleported
You're
to
the one
city.
that cut his neck.
You're the one who did the back of the head surgery.
Yeah, you know
None
what?
of you have the
I
tele-
I totally forgot about that. Totally. Yeah.
Like I said, 30 minutes is a really long time in human years. People forget things very quickly.
Can't you like ride
Walk.
on something? She says question mark wink face.
I mean, yes, I am currently riding Nachia, but it's still windy as all heck. I was digging in the snow. This cloak of resistance only does me so much good.
Why were you digging in the snow?
I needed to check something.
Please tell me you didn't dig up the body.
You don't know, I was bearing Nachia's poop. I just need to make sure it is a high fiber diet.
Ew.
That's a little bit too much information.
Can I want to send a picture. I want to send her a picture. It's a selfie style. Then I know. Just
Okay.
sit right there.
Okay.
Look this way. She
Sure.
points
Uh-huh.
and give a nice little
What am
smile.
I looking at?
It's just look at that direction, and
It's
she
like
takes
way too big of a smile. It's just like,
calm down the smile.
You say a really big one.
Just a relaxed smile.
This is, eagles
Just
don't
do a
have lips.
normal
I'm
smile.
not
Oh
really.
shoot! This has been on video.
and you just get the whole thing sent to you.
She like closes it after like the first few seconds of them going and like, oh gosh. All right,
Wait, you
Wilson.
see her sitting in a picnic
With them.
with them.
At the time, Snow is not bothered by like not paying attention to this.
Mhm.
She just wants to get out of the windy situation, mostly because it's getting dark also, and
Yeah.
I don't. The winter lands in the dark, not fun.
No, it's very not.
Not fun.
It is well below freezing. It's actually, as the sun is setting, dropping to below zero. But as you are making your way around, you aren't headed directly towards Ereveldum. Actually, Wilson has kind of redirected you, and it seems as if you are going where there's the mountain pass. And you know that there is a railway there.
Now, Wilson, what's the likelihood of us getting arrested when we walk in through those walls?
It's not illegal if you don't get caught.
Here, Wilson, would you like one of my disguise potions?
Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
All right. It's time. She pops the cork, drinks it.
What do you envision?
Oh, who do you think? Ecclemeyer's making a comeback, baby.
Okay, sure.
Old lady with crazy hair.
Yep.
It's Ecclemeyer, everyone. She's returned. Yes, love the disease.
And you are just sat astride from an old gentleman, kind of hunched over. He's got like really big hair that kind of like sticks out in like gray strands, and he's got like hair coming out of his nose.
Hey, how's it going, Snow?
Oh, my God, you look horrible.
Oh, just speak for yourself.
Oh, I'm fantastic.
Hey, you do look quite dashing, I gotta say.
I'm not a man. Don't call me dashing.
Oh, you can call me whatever you want. Call me Alfonso. That's a good name. That's a good cover-up.
God.
Even though the sun has begun to set and the temperature is dropping quite precipitously, there are still a number of miners out here digging away in the harsh elements. You see individuals who seem to be way too young for this work and some who seem way too old. There are a litany of individuals slaving away.
Nope, we're not touching that with a 10-foot pole right now, Wilson. Alfonso.
Yeah, thank you, Ecclemeyer. Our job is to get onto that cart and vamonos, as the kids say these days.
Is that what kids say these
I
days?
keep hearing Zana say it. I don't know.
I don't know what it means.
Zana's just trying to use that one day she snuck into a public high school and learned one lesson of high school Spanish.
Go ahead, roll a stealth check for me.
Stealth? You think I'm stealthing?
What are you trying to do?
thought.
You see a number of black-cloaked individuals keeping careful watch and eye over the workers. But they don't seem to be keeping too careful watch of the railway system.
24 for my stealth.
If you would like to, you can sneak into one of these rail carts. You can completely ignore everything that's going on here and be on your way.
God dang it. Don't say those words to me, OGM Master in the sky.
What are you doing? Why don't you hop in the car and go?
All right, get in.
And you both of you very haphazardly get in, and Nachia's just kind of standing there.
You just follow along, I guess.
And with that, Wilson seems to push a lever, and the cart seems to be just hurtling off in a direction.
It hurdles off.
It hurtles off across the railway.
All right.
And you do hear one of the guards yell, Hey, stop! What? Who are those two?
Just Ecclemeyer.
And Alfonso, back at it again.
Got us some love, baby.
Who are you? And then you just trail off into the sunset.
That's the way to do it.
And that's the end of the episode. And with that phenomenal ending, who could ask for more? I think that's what we're going to call it for this week's episode of the Odd Campaign. Thank you, everyone, for listening. If you did like this episode, please do let us know by leaving us a rating or review wherever you're listening to us at. Whether it is on YouTube, you can leave a comment down below, or if it is on a podcast listening app, you can leave us a review on this episode and let us know what you think. It goes a long way to picking up some traction and helping other people find this as well, so you can share your enjoyment with them. And I promise Em and I will respond to every single comment and review. We love reading all of them. We'll probably, even if we love them enough, we'll read them on air, and you'll get a nice free shout out.
Sure, we can do that. Absolutely. Or if you really want to, you could do some fan art of Ecclemeyer and Alfonso.
Ooh,
I don't know what that would look like. That's kind of scary.
Who knows? Well, with that, a special shout out and thank you to Michael Ghelfi and Monument Studios for providing music and ambiance for this session. That way you get to hear all those beautiful noises in your ear holes that really make the game come to life. So thank you guys, and thank you, Foundlings, for listening. And tune in next week when we figure out what proof they may find and how they'll go about doing it. And maybe what's Thomas Boone? No one really checked in. What did Draken do? Goodness gracious. So much to find out next week on The Odd Campaign.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.